Hello everyone, welcome to Harv's World. We're back on Elmcreek and we got a whole lot of harvesting to do. Man, we have got a good crew dropping in tonight. Hopefully not to see us crash and burn. Yeah, David Smith is exactly right. The title refers to the last couple of Wednesdays. We've had nothing but issues with the stream not working and playing well. We're going to try again. And if things continue to go bad, we might have to rethink the Wednesday streams. But keep your fingers crossed. Just keep your fingers crossed. Harv always says, keep your fingers crossed. Man, the end of this field is tight. I got it a little bit close. Yowza. Well, we're just going to have to do the best we can to get back up in here. Man, we got a good crew. Everybody's in. Keeping their fingers crossed the way we need them to. And chat has moved along so quickly that I don't think I'm going to get everybody today, but Chris Butler, David Smith, Benjamin Corbin, Matthew Albert, Easy Rider, good to have you back, man. Sparky, Jonathan, David Smith, Bruce Salter, Harley, Kevin, I know I saw Lifehawk in earlier. Fingers are in the Star of David. Okay. Matthew Albert. Did I miss anybody? Chris Butler. What's going on tonight? We've got a whole lot of harvesting to do. It's July and all of our fields came together all at once. We've got 2 oat fields, mine and Caveman's, and then my big wheat field over there has to be harvested. And we really need to get on this in a big bad way because we want to get additional stuff in these fields so that we can make a little extra money before winter comes in. Snow Bunny, good to have you with us. Chris. Well, I usually just call out people by their... Well, no, that's not true. Because I call Jonathan, Jonathan, right? Harley, Harley. Common names sometimes. I know we've got at least 2 Kyles. So I try to individualize everybody. I've got an interesting bit of information I came across today. Should be right up Sharko's alley. And Sharko and Caveman, obviously you can see, are here with us today. Say hi, guys.
Hello.
It's like the Three Stooges. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. So, it's hump day. How's everybody doing? Rodney Myers, welcome to the stream. How you doing, man? You guys making it through your week? I'm trying. I am trying. I got one more day and then I've got a long weekend, though. 4 days off. That is very much needed, I got to tell you. So, Sharko. Do you know where canola comes from?
I don't.
Outstanding. You're gonna love this. So, the job that I do gives me access to a lot of information sometimes, and I knew that canola and rapeseed were the same thing. Now, rapeseed has a very unfortunate name. And it can be misused sometimes, but rapeseed is the original version of canola, and it's still grown. It is still grown. But the canola that we use in our cooking and such is not the same as the rapeseed that is grown anymore. And the reason it's not is because rapeseed has too high a concentration, and not to get too all techie and crap, but it has too high a concentration of uric acid, which uric acid is poisonous to the human body. And there are other factors also, like the odor when it's crushed and turned into an oil is not very pleasant, because it's rapeseed is in the same class as like mustard and horseradish. So turning rapeseed into an oil was done, but it was done for industrial purposes, like to, lube your car or your tank. And in fact, oil production and rapeseed started during World War II because Canada, of all places, ran out of, or was running out of, ways of lubricating World War II vehicles. So, Canada, because now they're producing all of this rapeseed and they're looking for additional ways to do it, start producing genetically modified rapeseed. And they modify it to remove the uric acid and to remove the odor for that horrible smell, ultimately leading to the canola that we have today that's made into a lot of canola oils that are used in cooking. And the name canola is actually a very clever acronym made up by the Canadians for the Canadian Oil Association. Can-O-La. Alright, there's your farming fun fact for today from Harv. Another claim to fame for you, Sharko, and you Canadians.
That's interesting.
We have quite the Canadian crew.
I know a little fact that's interesting, but
if it's about maple syrup, we don't want to know.
it's not. It's not about maple syrup. It's about corn.
Okay, go ahead.
The corn that we use today, I don't actually know how the process was done, but was at one point it is hit by radiation. It was like treated with radiation or whatever, and it created like the sweet corn we use today. Basically, like a nuclear bomb went off and it turned canola or corn into sweet corn.
Oh, okay, that is interesting.
I don't know how they did it, but I do know that was done. So I
Excuse me,
look that up
I'm sorry.
next stream.
Chris Butler. Basically, canola is better smelling car lube. Yeah, that's about the size of it. And you can cook your french fries in it too, so.
Yeah. It's about beavers.
A lot. Oh, don't even start with the beaver thing again. Although
No.
people got a
No
huge chuckle out of that one. A lot of people don't remember the canola wars of 1942. I'll bet there's a reason for that. Oh, could it be that they never happened? What a concept. It's a long story, Lifehawk, that I can't go into on a family-friendly channel. I love the smell of car lube in the morning.
Has nobody else ever fried eggs in 15W40?
Can't say I
Nope,
have.
can't say that I've done that one either. Go on, little Klaus.
It's a steep hill.
It is a steep hill on this end. I might have gotten a little bit caveman carried away on this one when I plowed it, expanded it.
Just a little.
Isn't that what farmers do though? They use every spare inch of land they can to get crop in the ground.
Yes.
Right, they do.
But I feel like if it takes them longer to cut down a spot because it's on a hill, they probably wouldn't bother.
Well, they might do it once and then not replant it the next year.
Probably. They get the harvester stuck or something. Like, yep, this ain't happening again.
Snow bunny, that's awesome. Sharko eats radioactive corn. That makes a lot of sense.
It does make a lot of sense.
It does.
You know what? We forgot one thing this time, guys.
What?
Harv, you need to be running chaser bin for your farm so you actually get it in the silo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. All right, when we get to the end of this row, I'll switch with you.
I just remembered that.
Yes, yeah, because you don't have our own silos. So.
Yeah, so
Yep.
when you're playing on a server with your friends and you've all got separate farms, whoever tips whatever you're hauling ends up in their name, or they get the credit for selling it. Like if Caveman went and sold these oats right now, he would get the money for selling them. If he went and put them in a silo, they would believe that it was his oats.
Yep.
In 1930, the United States was gearing up to invade Canada.
I don't feel like that would have been right.
Oh, I'm too late to unload Sharko. How full are you?
Not. You can go down.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'll do. I'll go down.
But come to me next.
I'm only 71% full at the moment, but
No, yeah, I'm fine for now. Just, I will need to be unloaded.
well, so far so good, guys. We did make some adjustments to the settings on the stream, and we've been hoping that that would fix the problem. And so far, knock on wood, everything is running as it should be. A little bit hiccupy at first, but it's smoothed out, and we're doing well. Do I have to go into this where it says support your local farmers? Is that the tip here, Caveman?
I think so.
I think so.
If you can drive through it, I believe so.
Yeah, I can drive through it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
I think it's the only area there you can drive through.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I've never actually unloaded my own product here before, at least not to drive in. Snow Bunny's on a roll today. Harvesting is safe for Sharko, yes, because the harvesters don't move fast enough for him to get into trouble.
That is fair.
And he just posted the Sharko 5 miles an hour.
I'm actually only going 6.
That's right.
I'm going 1 over that limit.
I'm just going to swing up here. Perfect. Oh, you guys are ornery as always. I love it. Mr.
Well,
Swede, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Mr. Sweet.
And Chris Quisenberry, good to have you with us too. Ah, just another glorious day on the farm. Every meal's a banquet. Every formation a parade. I love the farm. Yes, that's another movie quote. And I forgot to switch that baler over to extra large bales. So that's the Sharko insurance plan, Lifehawk. Yep, I thought that was L. There we go. We're going to have a lot of straw. I think you
Quite a
guys
bit.
can handle unloading where that trailer is right now, and I'll start getting a few bales off this field.
Yeah,
Yep,
we can do that. That T7, is that in game or real life video?
Yeah, I mean, if... the baler's not collecting anything.
Oh, is it because it's too full of grass? It might be.
No? Are we going to have to reset it?
Probably.
Yeah.
Sometimes balers break. You know, I wonder if it's because I'm the one pulling it and it's not my grass in the baler.
Maybe.
Well, crud.
No, you cannot attach the baler to the back of the harvester.
Oh, that'd be awesome if you could.
It would be handy.
It's probably a modded version of the T7. Because you
Yeah.
can mod them and you can make them pretty much run whatever you want.
Stephen Brock, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Sorry I missed you earlier. Flying Ducky broke the world speed record on FS22.
I think a lot of us have at some point. Maybe not 22, definitely 19 though.
You want to reset the baler, caveman, and I'll go to the shop and get it and bring it back?
Oh, you can't reset. It won't let you reset it?
I actually, to be honest, didn't try.
No, it's
I think
been
you
reset
can.
now.
Thank you. Actually, David, normally they will. It really shouldn't matter. What ends up happening is you either end up producing a grass baler or a straw bale or a grass bale, depending on how much. And I'm going to plow right through this guy's field. Too bad. He planted a field right in my way. It's his problem. Yeah.
Yes, because that field is totally there, but or totally just brand new.
Exactly.
It wasn't planted the last time he went that way.
That's true. It wasn't planted.
But yeah, it shouldn't have had problems picking up. I won't drive through his field again.
Oh, that was close, caveman.
Caveman knew what he was doing.
I did too.
With you, sometimes we're not 100% sure whether you actually know or not.
Oh, I mean, you know what I'm doing.
Sharka
mean I'm
always
not
knows
gonna
what
crash.
he's doing. The best part about Sharko crashing are the excuses he comes up with. Hey, FT Modding, how's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going? Hey, FT, you done put anything out for 22 yet?
There's the question of the day. Looks like the oat field is done, right?
No, it's not done.
Oh, it looks real close to it. This still isn't picking up. Oh, because I didn't drop the head down.
Is
Nope.
that what happened the first time?
No, it's not picking up.
It should.
Well, we know it should,
Yeah,
but
that's
it's not.
Are
Let
you
me,
on the right farm?
let me check something real quick. I am farm manager. I'm not logged in
Yeah,
as
that's
admin though.
Okay, well, I've already gotten 3 on Mod Network. And I've got those same 3 waiting for Giants to test. But when you get something out, you need to let us know, okay?
Did you change anything about your farm setup, Caveman, as far as authorizations or anything?
Not to my knowledge. I have the option to remove contractor access.
Yeah, that shouldn't. Let's see what happens when you take. Is it a combination of my tractor and your baler? I don't know. Some
No, it
funkiness
should.
going on.
I've pulled that barrel with my tractor on other people's farms.
I know. I don't know what the
So-
problem might be. Oh well.
Is it going to do that weird bug when caveman gets into it? It's going to spit out a grass bale. Oh wait. No, that wouldn't be it. Because it was picking up. It just wouldn't spit out. Never mind.
I have not had a chance to look at that map yet, Mr. Swede. Not just yet. Usually when I've got extra time, it's on the weekends. So, you know, late Sunday, By the time we end the stream on Sunday, I'm having to do stuff to get ready for work on Monday, kind of thing. Caveman, you got a request to let people know what mods you have out there.
A multi-fruit version of the Meridian silos, multi-fruit version of the Una, I think it's how you pronounce it, silos.
Unia.
Yeah, that one, and then a version of the Kinsey planters from the base game that plant both planter crops and cedar crops.
A pub in Afghanistan called the Duck and Cover. I was going to try to come around you and unload you, but... Oh, go ahead. There you go. Yeah, this field's not going to do too bad. Oh, you were getting really full, Sharko. Sharko, I think you muted yourself again. Maybe he's on the phone. That happens sometimes.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
If you're on PC, there are available on Mod Network. And if you're not on PC, they are with Giants. So all I can say is be patient.
You're fully unloaded now, right, Sharko?
Yep.
You can pretty much head straight to the wheat crop then.
I'm going to try and see if the barrel will work for me.
Come on.
I'll line it up though
trailer.
at the...
Talking to
I'll
my
li-
combine.
I'll line it up though at the field, so it's ready to start.
If you're in the Discord, there's a link to them on Discord.
Yep.
But like I said, as of right now, they are PC only. Just because, you know, that's all you can really do on Mod Network.
Yeah, Lifehawk, I've been using, I'm pretty sure the last episode of Hope Baylor on, I showed people the silage additives. And yeah, it really does make a difference. Although what I haven't been able to find yet is a baler that runs additives. I know that forage wagons do. And I mean just a baler like from base game or mod hub, not one that's out on specific sites or anything, but I haven't looked that hard either.
I got 5 liters in it.
And then it quit.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, since you're on PlayStation, just look for anything by Caveman Customs when it comes out.
I was gonna try my tractor. See if that makes a difference. Don't think it will, but it's here. Why not?
Well, don't fuss around with it too much. We got a lot of harvesting to get done today.
No, but my tractor's right here, so I just thought I'd try it.
Well, worst case scenario, I can go park my trailer over on my farm and see if I can bale it when we start doing mine.
Well, I could swap out my tractor for this trailer and put your tractor back on the baler.
Not working.
Yeah, we
so.
can try.
How much did you get off that first pass, Caveman?
2,685 liters.
Oh, okay, that's not bad. You probably get 3 passes before you have to be unloaded.
Something like that.
Oh crap. You see what's in the forecast?
Rain. Oh.
Green.
I want her. Yeah. That's not good.
That's
No,
not
it
good
isn't
at all.
good. Okay, now the question is, do we need to try to harvest both in the same field, or do we need to split up and try to divide and conquer?
Oh.
I don't think we're going to gain anything by splitting up.
I don't think so
we
either.
are either, but
I like the extra levels too. I don't like, as I'm sure most people know after the last stream, the cost of repairs. Giants messed that up something horrible. And I know there are mods out there that are working to correct that, but man, right now repair costs are just ridiculous.
rain should be coming in at 1300.
Okay, we got time then. We can do this.
Well, worst case scenario, we can always bail in the rain.
That's true, we can. Yeah, David. Yeah, David. We can always lower the speed, and I forgot to turn up the speed when we started. I like to keep our playtime at a pseudo-realistic speed as much as we can, or at least a standard speed. I like the added pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can get all these fields done in time. Harvesting's the only thing holding us back, so.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, I was running the Black Beauty, the Fent Black Beauty on my personal playthrough on Erlanger app. Not paying attention to the paint. And of course, you know, it only takes like a month before all the paint wears off. Okay, it takes more than a month, but... Okay, even your tractor won't run this Baylor caveman, so I don't know what's going on with it. And I let my paint run all the way down, and a month obviously is fast, but it was probably a year and a half. It had no paint left on it. And the charge to repair and repaint the tractor was $80,000 combined. $80,000.
Yeah, they really need to fix their repair system because it is beyond broken.
I also found out it actually does get cheaper the cheaper your vehicle gets. So, if you have like my tractor is a lot cheaper, or not, I should say a lot cheaper. It's like $1,000 or $2,000 cheaper than it was when I first got it.
Well, that's something anyway.
So,
Chris,
I mean,
yeah,
they get
you
it
were very
used.
welcome, by the way. That was a fun playthrough, Ravensburg. And I had never done snow contracts before. You'd think that Giants might have taken the hint and, you know, put a few of those in FS since we have snow occasionally now, but no.
What's a plowing contract?
A plowing? Oh, snow plowing contract, you mean?
Yeah.
Ravensburg had some really good ones. Although some of them were really finicky. I know there was one that I did on Ravensburg, clearing streets, that I could not for the life of me find where they expected me to clean, because everything was cleaned. So that one might have been a little bit broken. Well, and Rodney, I argue that what tractor has been painted so poorly that its paint is going to wear off in a year and a half? And if it is, it's still under bloody warranty.
What's warranty?
Sharko broke the baler. He broke the baler.
Harv, can I have you over here?
I'm coming.
And also, too, these repairs and stuff in the game, tractors do not wear out that fast in real life.
No, not at all.
I mean, you know, you generally run your tractor for a whole harvest season before you need to worry about repairs in real life. Like, you run it the whole year. You repair in winter.
That's a good question, Stretch. Does harvesting grass in the rain, does that reduce your yield? That's a good question.
If it does on other crops, I would assume it does on grass as well.
Mm-hmm. And the painting does also affect how fast it breaks down, too.
We don't know that for sure yet.
We
don't know that for sure yet.
We don't know that for sure yet.
That's fair. I was really full.
You were really full. Alright. Well, you guys got time. I'm going to go ahead and tip this in. Exactly, Rodney. They can last years. And honestly, I've never seen any vehicle that had to be painted so badly that the vehicle was breaking down because the paint wore off.
Mm-hmm.
If that's genuinely part of the equation. Yeah, I mean, the paint job alone on that tractor was supposed to be $72,000 to paint that tractor.
That does not cost that much to paint a tractor.
No.
I guarantee you that. I'd say a car would probably be harder to paint because there's more things to paint on a car, usually.
I mean, I realize that in a game where part of the equation is earning money, game developers are going to assume they need money sinks, something that you have to be constantly spending money on. But if you're going to do something like that, make it real costs. Don't make up imaginary ridiculous costs that would never happen in the real world.
Right.
Mm-hmm. At least not for fully painted tractor, 80,000.
Right, and if you're, you know, if you're going to call your game a simulator, you're trying to simulate, and while it's not going to be a perfect simulator, we all understand. At least try to keep it somewhat realistic. Come on.
Yeah, don't just pull numbers out of thin air. Come on.
I'm happy to hear that, Chris. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and I can find the time to start producing a lot more helpful videos for FS22 also. Back then, YouTube kind of was my full-time job because I was unemployed. Now I'm working a full-time job that, you know, working a full-time job wouldn't be that bad, but the job that I'm doing is so learning intensive that my brain is fried every day when I walk out of work. So it's been a challenge, but slowly but surely. It'll come around. It'll come around.
That ping is very hot.
Well, so far, the stream is stable.
Stream's still not on my end. I'm sitting around 250 ping.
Knock on wood, Sharko. Do not transfer that over to me.
I'll keep it. I'll keep it. Okay. I like this 250 ping.
We can tell your connection's bad because you're going all digital on us now.
Yeah.
You sound like Robbie the Robot. You might want to put your pipe out. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You might be right, Harv. We might actually have time to do this.
I think we can get it done.
Yeah.
Get her done. We're not going to get the bailing done. We're not going to get the bailing done or anything, but my understanding of the repair dollar issues is the math giant used the time versus damage versus usage. It's probably just a screw up. Yeah, somebody put a decimal point in the wrong place.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, you were.
Said 10,000 supposed to be 1,000.
You know, Harv, me and you were talking the other day, and you said that time had moved into seconds now instead of minutes.
That's right. If you need to adjust that, if you go into the XML on a vehicle, a piece of equipment, and you need to adjust the length of time, which I do occasionally to make my vehicles older than what they are, you have to enter that time in seconds now instead of hours.
You think they meant to make it in minutes instead of hours? I mean, instead of seconds?
It could be any one of those things.
And if that's the case, then that would explain why stuff is wearing out a lot quicker.
Yeah, that's
Because
true.
it's wearing out at, you know, what, 60 times the speed?
60 times
Yeah.
faster, yeah.
And that feels like that might be what's happening.
I mean, my tractor right here has got 41 hours on it. I can guarantee you, just running this chaser bin, that it will be below half wear by the time we're done. Sharko uses 18 million to open up a tractor repair shop, and he's fleecing everybody now.
I wish. But I still have to pay that money, so I don't own it.
Oh, that's a fair point. Sharko's paying for repairs too, so. And yeah, I should set my cruise control to 6, but I have a gas pedal for a reason, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot you have a gas pedal.
It's hard. It's actually pretty touchy, so it's hard to get it to sit right at one speed. I agree.
I mean, you could always use the spring mod on it.
I agree, Stretch. You buy a brand new tractor and spend quarter or $500,000 on it. There better be a good 5-year warranty on it. In fact, I did see New Holland, an advertisement for New Holland, real life, a service warranty of 1,500 hours. So, you know, it's not like real life tractor manufacturers aren't aware of the need for warranties on equipment. Oh, nice, Chris. I love that map. I thought Ravensburg was a really, really rock solid map. Of all the maps that guy put out, was that TNT that did Ravensburg? I can't remember. He put out several, and Ravensburg was, in my opinion, the best of them. I know you don't have a lot, Sharko, but I'll empty anyway.
Oh, my pipe comes.
And Death Shaper, welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Thanks for dropping in. I'm sure Lifehawk will get you sorted with that mod.
One thing actually I like is American Truck Simulator has a thing where you pay the deductible kind of thing. You pay a minimum of like a 500 to go and repair it, but then over time, you just pair off like, oh, your wheels need to be repaired, or like your wheels will wear out way faster, but they're a lot cheaper than like an engine wears out or something like that.
Lag spike.
See, that would be a good thing if Farm Sim would do something like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So you can see like, oh, okay, the oil needs to be replaced, and that's what I'm paying for, or oh, the tires are worn out, that's what I'm paying for.
Exactly, Snow Bunny. That's what I'm talking about. 1,500 hours on a New Holland, and mine broke in 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Something doesn't add up there.
We're buying apparently really cheap tractors for getting ripped off.
Yeah, right?
Well, I think our issue is we're not using any New Hollands.
I know.
If I buy a New Holland and I have to repair it before it hits 100 hours, something's wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you have to repair the tractor in less than 2 seasons, something's wrong.
Yeah. So everything about this game they try to make realistic, I'd say. Like the production, they try to make realistic. I'd say the prices of the vehicles are more realistic. But yet, you're harvesting real size fields, and you still pay like a full maintenance price for something that would definitely like. A tractor should easily be able to do all the fields on this map without needing repairs.
Maybe,
Maybe like
an oil change or something.
But not.
But yeah, you're paying like 2 or 3 years worth of repairs every month.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I had to pay like $300 a month for a maintenance fee, sure, fine. I get that. And you know, in the real world too, this is interesting. More and more tractor companies are building their vehicles, harvesters, tractors, whatever they make, using proprietary parts and software. And a lot of farmers are really up in arms these days because they can no longer work on their own tractors. If they do, they void the warranties.
Yeah, I know John Deere's like that. You have to bring it to a John Deere dealership.
Yep. Well, and they can't work on it anyway unless they've got like a John Deere computer system to read and analyze what's going on with it.
Not just that, the parts. You can't just buy the parts from John Deere unless you're a certified mechanic
And there
to
you
work
go.
on their equipment.
If
So-
you have their computer software and it throws the code, you can click a button that says order part.
That's true. But if you
and
have
it'll,
the software,
it'll bypass it, and you can get that software off the internet.
it's tedious though.
That's something anyway.
Farmers shouldn't have to do that, but
Oh, Kyle, from your mouth to
Multiple
God's
warranty,
ears,
though.
brother. Good to have you with us, man. Not Friday yet, but getting closer every day.
so if you don't own the game, don't rush. 22 is not that much different than 19, especially considering 19 has a lot more mods.
19 is a rock solid game. It's a rock solid game. The real drawback for 22 right now is limited map availability. But even
Yeah.
that's starting to balance out if you're willing to go to third-party sites.
And they've got a slew of mods in the testing list at Giants. I
Yeah.
think, what was it? Somebody said 1,600 plus.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
And
16.
probably like half of them are 3-meter cultivators or 3-meter plows.
That's right.
Just because you all know everybody and their brother's got to make a 3-meter cultivator and a 3-meter plow.
That's right.
Yep.
Sharker, you're only harvesting half a row or half a thing at a time.
I know, I'm trying to keep it straight because my other path was set off. So
That's fair enough.
I didn't realize my other path was off, so I'm trying to fix that.
See, I wondered about that Death Shaper. I'm glad you brought it up. You know, man, especially on Steam, the haters were out in droves when FS22 launched. I mean, it was just awful how negative everybody was being. And I didn't see it as that bad. There were some obvious fixes that needed to take place. But the haters were just, you know, ranting and raving about how horrible it was and Giants ripped them off and blah, blah, blah. And I feel like it's that way with almost every game release. Anymore, you know, people just want gaming companies to blow smoke up their proverbial backsides. And, you know, if your game doesn't walk on water and provide you with manna from heaven, the hater's going to hate. Big time. Is FS22 worth getting? It's absolutely worth getting. Absolutely, positively worth getting. It's just different enough to keep the genre interesting, if you know what I mean.
The game itself, like without mods, is better than 19. It's way better on performance and all that. But if you go using mods, 22 right now doesn't have quite all the mods that 19 does. Now it will definitely get there. So, but like, it's still a good game.
And there are a lot of quality of life improvements that Giants included. And I'll show you a quick one, just a real simple one, but one that I appreciate. When you go into your prices menu, and this in FS22, you now select your product and it gives you a list of where you can sell it. There's no more of this scrolling back and forth. You just find your product and it's going to tell you where you can sell it and what the prices are. It's such
the garage.
Such a simple thing.
It is, yeah.
Oh, and yeah, the shop in your garage is much easier to navigate now too. Placeables, much easier to navigate. Giants really did a nice job with the quality of life stuff.
And if you're on console, it's a massive improvement because you get production.
Well, Spending Maple, A, welcome to the stream, and B, thank you very much. I wouldn't trust my judgment too much. I have, you know, gotten myself in trouble thinking I knew what I was talking about from time to time. Oh wait, that's everybody. What the best price actually is.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the fluctuations, I think you've got to get past a few years before they start to stabilize and figure out what they are. The price, and I'll be honest with you, that price fluctuation screen that they give you is trash. Like, what farmer on the planet's going to keep track of all that stuff and not put it in numbers? If a farmer's growing wheat this year, you can guarantee he wrote down somewhere what the price of wheat was last year.
Yep.
Or he knows half a dozen sources on the internet that will tell him what the going price is for wheat right now.
Probably both.
Probably both. And he probably knows for the last 10 years if he's been farming that long.
Yeah, and if he's been growing the wheat and stuff, and if he's been growing wheat for that long, he's probably got all, you know, previous records of how much he sold it for, when he sold it for that price, and all that fun stuff.
How many?
When the highest price was.
Yeah.
Oh, and what farmer doesn't know how many acres he owns? Come on, FS22, seriously. How is it that I don't know how many acres I own? Unless I
Nice
like
to know that.
write down every field while somebody else owns it and I see a contract pop up for it. You never know how big your fields are. That's kind of important if you're going to calculate yield per acre and stuff like that. Which in the real world is a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, yield per acre.
Oh, absolutely.
Very
Yep.
big deal.
Spending Maple, no, it's not real-time pricing. It's game pricing. I mean, it's real time in the game, I guess. But no, it's not pulling from any data from any crop websites or anything like that. It's all made up in game.
That would be pretty cool if it did pull real-time pricing data from real-world stuff.
That would be kind of cool. Like an option or something for that. That'd be cool.
Ali Jimenez, thank you so much. I appreciate you dropping in, and I'm glad you're enjoying the work that I do.
It'll be
That's what I
really
do it
cool
for.
If everyone who is playing Farming Sim, when they sold the crop, it would go to like the massive demand, so it'd be pulling from like everyone. So if everyone's selling like silage, the price for silage would just tank, compared to like if no one was selling wheat, the prices for wheat would skyrocket. That would be cool.
Okay. Do you under? Yeah, the line that it shows, Lifehawk, is either that's the range that it's sold within during that time period. Yep, that's true, David.
Yes.
You can mark the map.
Chris, I live on a farm.
Free mode on placeables. Oh yeah, and they've got 2 John Deere hats and no Fendt hat. I can't wear a Fendt hat, and that is incredibly annoying. What would be an interesting mod? I missed out on that one.
It has to do with the updating live. That'd be very difficult to do.
Well, I mean, they were able to do real-time mod in FS19 so that it synced to your computer clock.
All right, hold up, guys. Jonathan just said something that could be kind of important, so step back just for a second. Jonathan, are you serious that TNT Gaming stopped in the stream and was looking for me? Because this is the first I'm hearing about it.
I don't remember him dropping in last stream.
Don't either.
Hey, Sober, how you doing? Glad to have you back, man. Man, we're having a solid stream today, guys. Doing really, really well. I'm coming for you, Sharko.
Pipes out.
That's what she said. Justin, I work for the government. That's kind of all I can say because it could be misconstrued as me in conflict of interest type thing. Just to be cautious, I work for the government to assist farmers. It's a new job. I just started it in August. There's about 2,000 acronyms and about 25,000 pages of legal books that I need to familiarize myself with. It's quite the challenge, let me tell you. But it's all good. We'll get there. I would love to have a chat with TNT Gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's looking for somebody to test play Ravensburg, and he liked what I did with his map.
That would be amazing.
It would be.
Justin, if you're an Amazon delivery driver, you are one of my favorite people in the whole wide world. Do you have any idea how much I depend on Amazon for so many things? I hate going to the store. Yeah, we're doing good, sober. We made some adjustments to the settings for the stream, and I'm hoping that's what's done this, and it remains this way. Caveman, are you going to go with that last little bit over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get every bit I can off the field, right?
Yep.
I never saw the Transformers.
You never saw the Transformers?
No, I heard it was kind of cheesy and lame, and so I never bothered.
I saw the first and second one. I have not seen the rest of them. Which apparently it's like 7 hours. Isn't there like 7 now?
Oh, this was something interesting that happened, by the way. So I got an email from a company that wanted to offer me a free box of their product if I would do a video. And this company literally, and I mean literally, makes chicken feed in the form of like little freeze-dried flies. They wanted to give me a free 5-pound box of freeze-dried flies to feed to my chickens. and they were so insistent about it that when I didn't follow up with them, they came back and offered a second time. And so I finally I had to send them an email and go, I'm not a real farmer, guys, and I don't really have any use for 5 pounds of freeze-dried flies, but you know, thank you for noticing that I'm out here. And oh, I can believe that. The sales of Camaro went up. Bradley Smith, are you the one that left the message on my video, the last stream, I think, where you were asking what Bradley I was talking about? It wasn't Bradley Smith. Although our Bradley's, the Bradley that it was referring to isn't here today. I've got all the wheat now, right, guys?
Yep.
Yep, you should.
And you guys are on your way to Caveman's farm?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are.
All right, headed that way. $80 hours in FS22 already.
I have 120.
Oh, and that reminds me, we haven't heard from anybody yet. I don't have the list pulled up, but I'll grab it here in a second. So we did have 5 winners who won the opportunity to join a stream with us. We're going to start doing that on Sundays. And the 5 of you, if you know who you are, and one of them was Easy Rider, I'm pretty sure. Which I saw him in.
I remember Easy Rider, and I remember Bradley Powell.
Yeah.
Bradley Powell.
Those are the 2 I remember.
Paul 486. Gary Robertson. And there's one more, and I'm sorry I'm not remembering. Pyro Jeff. We haven't seen Pyro Jeff around in a while.
Mm-hmm.
But we are ready to start letting people join us one at a time. So reach out to us in Discord. You will have to be on Discord to make this happen, please. 2:30 a.m.
Want to start, Caveman?
Yeah, you can go ahead and start. And the Baylor's not picking up for me either, guys. I had to check it.
Uh-oh.
Well, Death Shaper, the Sunday stream is much, much earlier than this. Like 5-6 hours earlier. So the Baylor done busted.
I wonder if the Baylor is just so out of repair that it needs to be fixed.
It wasn't affecting
Oh.
me when I hooked up to it.
Well, I'm gonna go find out real quick because I'm gonna have to run chaser bed for y'all over on my farm in a minute, anyways.
I'm
was gonna
just
say,
just about there to switch and start harvesting.
Repairing it should reset it anyways, so.
He already reset it once and it didn't fix it.
Well, it'll reset it again. I don't know.
I'm gonna see how damaged it is.
Yeah, that's fair.
We have used the crap out of it.
I don't think you've ever gotten equipment down to 0 yet. Did you actually, that's wrong. I did touch the baler. I did move the baler down here, so.
That's
I don't think I broke
it.
it.
Did you pull it through any water?
No. Actually, it wasn't me, actually. It was a worker. I hired a worker to do it.
Atomic. FS19 No Man's Land, new field, 12,000 liters of seed wasn't enough to plant it. Hey City Look, good to see you for a minute. You go have a great night. Thank you for dropping in.
Nope, it shouldn't be the baler's not that damaged.
Well, bring it to your farm and see if it does at your farm.
I think we're gonna make your oats, caveman. We got 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. He was trying to bale irradiated corn stalks.
So I jammed it.
He didn't get the memo that there's a sticker on the side of it in German that says do not bale irradiated corn stalks, but he can't read German, so
I
No,
thought it said Charco not allowed to use.
Probably says that too.
it probably does say that too. See if the baler accidentally sucked up a bird. I'll bet that happens from times like snakes and
Yeah, I bet.
rodents. I bet that happens. The life of a farmer. Now, this is what I wish you could hire a helper for.
Picking up straw on my field.
Oh, you got it fixed and now it works?
Well, it's working on my field.
Then you have to buy a baler. Oh no.
Well, he's baled straw on my fields before.
Maybe there was a patch or something?
Let me double check something and make sure that everybody check your farms and make sure everybody's got
Contractor access?
contractor access.
Yes, y'all have contractor access to mine. I checked that earlier.
I know, but did Harv did give you contractor access?
Yeah,
he
he
had
does.
to have, or I wouldn't have been able to harvest the grain.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, you wouldn't have been able to, yeah.
Yeah, all my accesses are good, so I don't know what's going on.
I see it works here for me.
Well, you're just special.
Of course it works. It's on his farm.
But it wasn't working on my field for you.
It's true, it wasn't.
Picking up a skunk, no, that would not be good. There's a rodent you don't want in your baler.
No, probably not. One stinky bale.
Oh, Matthew, you're playing PV on 19. PVs were good maps. We really had a good time playing PV Uncharted.
Mm-hmm.
Either the PTO or a drive chain broke on the baler. It had to be fixed.
I did repair it. It cost me like $500 to repair it. and
Well,
it
that's
was
not
not
bad.
not very damaged at all.
Maybe
That's
maybe it was really damaged and it was saying it wasn't.
that's
Something
interesting.
like that.
And it works with Harv's tractor now too.
Hmm. Maybe it just needed to be repaired. Maybe the repair was glitched out or something.
I mean, that's
Um,
possible.
The
See?
longest I got stuck in a traffic jam. Yeah, I know the story you're headed for. Virginia. They were stuck for like 20 plus hours over there on I-95. That sort of happened to me, but not really. When you head out west on the interstates, they actually have gates built at certain sections that they can close the entire interstate. It's a huge swing gate. They'll just swing them closed and shut the interstate. About 36 hours they had the interstate closed in front of me. And I was stopped at a little hole in the wall gas station.
Wow.
They're up to 30 hours on I-95. Yeah, that's a big cluster over there. It's nasty.
All because a couple of stupid people didn't know how to drive.
Is that what it was that caused it all to start up with?
From what I understand, yes.
I know up here a couple of years ago we had a really bad one on 401. It was an ice storm and a tanker truck tipped over, but the tanker was holding some type of liquid that was not very good, so they couldn't open the highway until it was completely cleaned up. That was, I think, I mean, they got everyone off the highway, but the highway itself was closed for, I think, like 2 days.
Well, I-80 across Donner Pass just a couple weeks ago was closed for 3.5, 4 days. You
Ouch.
could not go on I-80 out of Nevada into California for 3.5 days. They got almost 220 inches of snow up there
Aw, that's a lot of snow.
in December. What did I do? Well, I had a sleeper truck to begin with, so I didn't have to
Ooh,
worry too
nice.
much, but I was able to pull off. Unfortunately, it wasn't a decent truck stop or anything. It was just a little hole in the wall kind of fuel stop. But, you know, you make do with what you got. I could sleep. I always carried a cooler with me, so I had drinks and whatnot. So it wasn't that bad. Just annoying that I got stuck there for a while. Yeah, that's exactly right, Justin. Exactly right. Shoot, I've gone across I-70, Eisenhower Pass. I know you know what I'm talking about, dude. In July and seen it snowing up there. If you guys haven't been, Eisenhower Pass reaches almost 12,000 feet. And once you get to like the 11,500 feet mark, there's about a mile-long tunnel through the mountain before you start back down the other side.
If you want to know some bad highways, look at the oh no, what's it called? It's in Vancouver. It's like it's considered the deadliest highway in the world, and it's terrible.
It's saying a lot if it's the deadliest highway in the world, and Canada only really has about 40,000 people in the whole place.
It is a terrible highway, but it's the only highway connecting all of Canada to Vancouver.
Alright, I'm trying to catch
I
back
think it's called
up.
the Pocahontas or something like that, or the Pocahontas. It's the name of the highway. It is deadly.
Chris, Discord is basically an app or a website that you go to your favorite streamers, content creators, or otherwise. Everybody makes their own little private server. You can go in there and chat with folks, ask questions, things like that. Find like-minded people interested in similar things to you. We have a lot of information, a lot of really good active people. Most of which probably got started the same way you did. And the best thing is, it's absolutely free.
Yes, it is.
And yeah, David is right. There is a link to the Discord server in the video description down below.
Yeah, so Canada has the busiest highway in the world and the most dangerous highway in the world.
And probably has the least population, or the country has the least population in the world, right?
Only at 30, I think it's 38 million. So, but we do cover a lot of area, so.
Oh wow, Chris, on the 401, watched a guy on a crotch rocket get sucked underneath a container hauler.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that happened on 95 once.
Well, yeah. I actually heard a story on the Coca-Cola. I think that's what they said. And apparently a vehicle was stuck underneath this highway because it was in bad weather, so the truck driver didn't even know the car was underneath it, and just kept on driving.
I've seen pictures of trains with cars stuck on them for miles and miles and miles.
It happens.
It does.
Oh, TNT Farms, not TNT Modding.
Oh.
I don't remember that one either. It must have been shortly after we shut down or something like that.
Must have been.
Yeah, large animals in the roadway. Back when I was a truck driver, I used to drive. Oh, I was driving Nevada one time, and I want to say I was on 95 headed south to California. And in Nevada, they actually have burro crossing signs, little donkeys, like you would normally see a deer crossing sign. It actually says burro crossing. And I didn't think too much about it. And of course, Nevada's all desert and it's hilly. And I'm coming around the bend, and all of a sudden there's this huge herd of miniature donkeys, burros, right in front of me. I think I saw them in time where I didn't really have to slam on the brakes, but I was just like, wow, they're not joking about that. What's interesting is they're just burros that are left over from, you know, the old miners, the 49er days when people would lose their stake or not make it as a miner, and they would just release the burros out into the wild, and well, the burros said, you're not going to slow us down.
Yeah, moose up here is one of the only animals they say you should actually like swerve for. You're better to hit a tree than you are to hit a moose.
I can believe that. They're what, like 7 feet tall?
Well, they can get to 12.
They get mahoosive.
Yeah. Well, the reason why is a tree will stay still usually when you hit them. A moose will come into your windshield if you hit them.
Right. Well, you can have the same problem with a white-tailed deer or any larger animal like that.
Yeah, but a moose will get up and walk away.
Right. Hey, Hooked on Quack. I need to catch up with everybody. I think Vatican City has less population than Canada. Oh, that's a fair point. But not by much.
At least not per area. Canada is I think I had to say probably the lowest per area owned.
Eisenhower Tunnel is the longest, highest tunnel in the U.S. Yeah. I should have known Eric would come back with that tidbit of information. He's always good for stuff like that.
You want to go first?
You go first. Looks dangerous.
Yeah, but I can't catch up to you. You're going first, so.
There we go. We're going to get it done. And with lots of time to spare, too. Outstanding. If you ever get lost in Canada, just follow a moose. They're always going somewhere nice. Nice.
You can find one.
Have I ever jackknifed? No, but I've come darn close to it. The funny thing is, it was actually in Southern California, you know, where it's always sunny. There's something they don't tell you about the roads in Southern California. So, they don't get much rain in Southern California, obviously. And for the 6 months there is no rain, what's going on the highways is all of that oil and rubber is building up layer upon layer upon layer. And once you splash a little bit of water on top of that, it's slicker than frickin' ice, I gotta tell you. And yeah, I use the word frickin'. Oh yeah, it's that bad. It's really super slick. So, yes, I came close to jackknifing during a minor rainstorm one time in Southern California.
Well, apparently on this, yeah, there is two TV shows about this highway. It's called Highway Through Hell. I believe, if I remember correctly, on average, there's about one massive wreck a month, if not more.
Wow.
It's worse in the winter too.
Wow.
What's the number one concern for a long day? Oh, go ahead, Sharko. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
What's the number one concern for a long distance trucker?
Fatigue.
Fatigue, that's a good one. Falling asleep. Although it was weird. For some reason, and I don't remember the exact reason, but it's true, I swear it. I taught myself how to never fall asleep behind the wheel. As crazy as that sounds, I think I scared myself one time, and from that point forward, like, there was a switch in my brain that flipped and I never nodded off again. I will now, I'm out of practice, but back in the day, fatigue is a good one. Honestly, I would say my biggest concern was wind and black ice.
Black ice is terrible.
Black ice is incredibly dangerous because you can't see it, and that's why they call it black ice. And I would rather drive in 3 inches of snow than in heavy wind.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Especially a heavy
definitely
crosswind. You are fighting to keep your truck upright the whole time. It's
Snow,
brutal.
you just drive slow. That's simple.
Well, and a truck has really good traction on the snow.
They do.
Especially if you're loaded heavy.
That they do.
Yep.
Would it make sense to store the harvesters at my farm because of the space?
No, I've got lots of space now.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, you have the whole other field, don't you?
I'm parking the harvester at the shop right now, though. I'm not going to fiddle with maintaining it at the moment, but I'm going to park it at the shop.
Something else I will say too that, you know, I found annoying driving long distance.
Yeah.
Empty trailers.
You mean when you're hauling?
Hauling an empty trailer.
Deadheading.
Yes, deadheading. I didn't know if everybody would know what that meant, but yes, deadheading I found very annoying.
Lifehawk. That is an interest. I've got a couple stories about that actually. So, insurance companies basically force trucking companies to govern their trucks so that they can't drive beyond a certain speed limit. I think the fastest truck I ever drove would go 66 miles per hour. That's what its top speed would be. And the problem is you have so many trucks out there that are set, and it's never exact. You know, one is at 65 and a half, one's at 66, one's at 65. They're all really close, but every truck driver is driving for mileage, not for time. So making sure that you can get as many miles in the time you have available to you is extremely important.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, I've literally taken 10 minutes to pass another truck before. But that half or third mile an hour that I'm getting adds up over 3 days of driving.
Yes, it does. And it's only larger companies that are required to govern their trucks by the insurance companies too.
Well,
Up here,
the
it's
independents don't
federal.
have to, yeah.
Up here, it's any commercial truck has to be like not commercial as in used for commercial, but like licensed as commercial, has to have it if you own one yourself, you don't have to.
And so, what I would say to really answer your question, Lifehawk, is I realize everybody wants to get where they're going, and it's important that they get there. But these guys are out there trying to A, earn a living, and B, make sure that you can buy the stainless steel toaster oven that you want when you want it. Especially in this day and age when, the ports are backed up, nobody can seem to keep anything on the shelves. Just remind yourself that a truck driver is out there um, working to get you the crap you want to buy and try to provide for his family.
Yep.
Well, it's frustrating and annoying, and I've been number one a couple of times because of that very issue, if you know what I mean.
Know exactly what you mean, Harv.
Where's this? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, what's the fastest and the slowest truck you've ever driven?
The slowest I ever drove was probably like 54 and a half. And this was before the speed limits unlocked again. It was when everybody was set to 55 back in the day. And then the fastest was probably, I think it said 66, probably between 66 and 68.
Okay, the slowest I drove was 75, and the fastest was 114.
Yeah, but
That is
you
fast.
were working independence.
Small companies.
There was a company out there while I was driving. They're still out there. It's Prime. That's the name of the trucking company, Prime. And I'll tell you what, if you saw a Prime truck coming up in your rearview mirror, it wasn't there for long. Because that truck would blow your doors off. I mean, doing 80, 90 miles an hour down the interstate.
Oh.
Not anymore. Prime trucks are out there governed just like everybody else at this point.
I think up here they're governed to 110. I think is what they're governed to up here, 110 kilometers an hour. When our speed limits are only 100. Oh yeah, every time I see a trucker trying to get I mean, I don't drive a truck, but I do drive a decently sized pickup truck with a 23-foot trailer. And if you have a full load, it can be annoying. Trying to slow down and speed back up, slowing down, speeding back up. So you'll try and pass if you can.
Oh, Washoe Valley, Eric? Yeah, absolutely. There's a stretch of I-94 across Montana that I have never ever gone across, and I've been across there a couple hundred times probably, where the wind wasn't blowing. It was set in such a way that any wind coming through the mountains just picked it up and pushed it harder. Yeah, I hated driving in the wind, man. Hated it.
Well, I've seen a lot of trucks, like just videos and real life, of trucks swaying just because of the wind. 105 are they governed to? Okay.
Trying to catch the chat's really moving right now, and I'm trying to catch up with everybody, but struggling. Okay, Chris. In Australia, all trucks are supposed to be limited to 100, but some are slower, some are faster. I personally preach to myself patience. Now I'm reading chat and not paying attention to my bailing. I believe that Toyota Highlander is just going to win against the truck in any way, shape, or form. No, keep that in mind too. What are you going to do? Force the truck to go faster? No, like you have a choice, right? Just drove through high winds in Chicago. Well, they do call it the Windy City. Easy. Not just because of the big mouth politicians.
We just missed the rain.
Oh, it came earlier than you said, caveman.
No, it's at the
I said
13.
1300.
Oh, I thought you said. I was thinking 3 o'clock.
Oh, I said 1300. It's 1300.
We got there right in the nick of time.
The reason we're baling the straw instead of collecting it loose is because we're not using it for animals. We're selling it,
Right.
and we're waiting to get a good sale price on it. And to do that, it's easier to bale it than it is to store it loose.
Also, this trailer can hold 3 times, I think, the biggest forge wagon. So
Yes, it can. These
Yeah,
are
that
these are 11,000 liter bales in that wagon that Sharko's picking them up and will hold 24 of them.
So I think that's like 250,000 liters,
Right.
it's a lot.
or 250 cubic meters.
Wow. I didn't know UPS would let drivers put personalized plates on their trucks.
Really?
Well, Lifehawk just said he was following Too Cool.
Okay.
Now
Yeah, the
he's
biggest forge wagon is.
now Easy's in whiteout conditions. Yeah, lake effect snow. That's a big problem in Chicago too.
Yeah, this trailer can hold 5 times the amount of the biggest forge wagon that we have installed, which is none.
Hey, Ye Gamer, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you with us. Man, we're having a good solid stream today, guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's running smooth. Thank the Lord. I'm not even that terribly religious, and I'm going to thank the Lord for that one. And B, man, we've got a good crowd today.
We need to get a square baler though, for all this straw.
Well, we've been talking
Yeah.
about that.
But that could be my next purchase. How much are they?
150,000. You asked the same question the last time we talked
know,
about it.
I know, I always do. I always do. Good square baler.
150. You're looking at between 150 and 160.
Yeah.
I mean, this whole baling rig that will
Oh, my bad,
Round-
170.
round bale and wrap was less than 100. Although there's an old New Holland baler out there these days that I've been looking. I'm interested in. It's not on Mod Hub though. It might have been tired iron.
The round New Holland baler or the square one?
Square one. It looks
Tired
like
iron modding.
1960s ish, 1970s maybe.
Pretty sure that was tired iron modding. The round one I think is old school modding.
It looks good though. Testing required, of course.
Well, there's only one tractor that can pull it. Can pull a square baler.
Oh,
Ours.
mine.
Yeah. Unless we get the tiny little balers.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
Caveman doesn't put his foot down. We ain't getting
No.
those little itty bitty balers.
We can't afford the lag it would cost to bale all these fields like
You
that.
know what? That is fair.
We'd
That
be
is
better.
absolutely-
We'd be better off collecting it loose at that point. It costs less lag.
Those little itty bitty balers were for hobby farms, man. We're
They're
growing up
cool,
into
though.
full blown farms. They are cool. I like them too.
Yeah, the cheapest baler is going to run us 250 horsepower.
Justin's mom's boyfriend. That's one of those stories that you know, Ferris Bueller style story. Justin's mom's boyfriend's sister's cousin said that his brother's mother's aunt. My mom's boyfriend was a truck driver in the Army back in the day. He said he's pulled tanks and all sorts of things, crazy stuff. He still is a truck driver, but he's never had a bigger load than when he was in the Army. I can believe that.
I can too, but I will say apparently he's not doing heavy haul now.
He probably had enough of it in the Army. He said, just give me a drive-in and make my life easy.
I still don't think dry vans are easy. I think dry vans are a nightmare.
That's because you got used to a flatbed where you can see everything behind you.
Well,
You don't have a blind side as bad in a flatbed as you do in a dry van.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
We have one-
realistically, we would not be able to bail this in the ring.
No, because you clog out the machine.
Terribly.
All the small bales is if you bail them, or you can turn the small bales into big bales, you can't pick them up without super strength.
They run. What's a super single, Chris? Yeah, U.S. trucks standard are limited to 80,000 pounds total without special permits. At least they were when I was driving, and I can't imagine that number has changed.
That number has not changed.
12,000 on the steering axle. 34,000. No, that's not. Yeah, that's right. 34,000 a piece on the tandem axles and the trailer axles.
Okay, man, how much horsepower does your tractor have?
175.
Okay. So there's
Yeah, it
one
is every
there's one
string.
square bale that we can get that is 10,000 more than the cheapest one, but my tractor can pull it.
What baler's that?
It's the Coon.
If I end up having to buy it, you know which one I'm buying.
The Case.
Exactly.
Yeah, you don't have a tractor that can pull it, so good luck with that.
What's the horsepower requirement on it?
So the Case and the New Holland and the Claw. So yeah, the Case and New Holland are 230. The Claas is 250. The Kroon is 245, but the Coon is 195.
What's the biggest bale it can produce?
Oh, they can all produce the biggest bale.
Okay.
Other than the fact that the Coon's the lightest, I don't see the difference.
Jonathan's dad was in the Army unit doing glacier training? What the heck is glacier training? Ain't never heard of that one. Anyway. They parked the deuce and a half in a line. When they came down to the trucks, they were at 45 from... Oh, there was an earthquake. Wow.
Oh gosh.
Somebody was saying that there was a minor earthquake in Nevada a few days ago, and I didn't notice it.
Yeah,
$100,000
quite a few bales
100,000
off this.
pounds was the biggest load he ever hauled. Man, that's a big load. Super single drives. Super single drives. There is 4 tires on a truck. Like we run, there is 8 tires. Basically, you take my tire and make it one wide. Okay, I think I get it. And utter butter, utter butter. Well, that's where butter comes from. Welcome to Harv's World. Thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate you joining up.
Oh, are super singles just a single tire instead of dual tires?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a dual.
It's
It's the size of a
a-
dual tire.
a
Yeah,
double
it's a
wide.
very wide single tire.
Yep, and I hate those things.
What's wrong with them?
You ever had one of those blow out on you?
Oh.
That would be bad.
Wouldn't the one tire be easier to replace than 2?
If one of those tires blows out when you're running duals, you can still limp it off the edge of the road or limp it to get it replaced.
Oh.
Try
Yep.
doing that with super singles. It ain't happening.
That's fair.
And most people don't get it until they've had, like, it's like, oh, it's still, it's still better. They don't get it until they've had one blow on them.
I'm not, yeah, I didn't know. I thought they looked cooler. So
Chris, what is Wiberial Langenheid? You're the guy who said you didn't speak German, and there you go, throwing out some German. Ethan Nagda, I was getting around to you, man, and I appreciate you coming in. I'm glad you are enjoying the tutorials. Everybody gets a shout out at Harv's World. At least I try to. I'm not going to say I'm perfect, because man, we are getting a lot more people in these days. But can I make a tutorial on logging? I will put it on my list of things to do. I don't make any promises about it being terribly soon.
In the meantime, if you haven't, you ought to go watch Off the Grid.
That's
yeah.
a fair point. If you watch my Off the Grid series, there's an awful lot of logging, starting from a chainsaw and going all the way up to full-blown tree harvesters and the like. You just have to sit through a whole lot of story in between.
It's definitely the longest how-to log in Farming Simulator tutorial out there.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it's pushing 60 episodes at this point, so...
Definitely the longest one.
Yep.
Well, there are other skills you learn, like you need to find a best friend named Ed. You gotta have your best friend Ed, and he's got to have a Russian mob connection of some sort.
Yep.
Things like that. And that's right, Death Shaper. The more the better. Absolutely.
And don't forget, you need to know two dudes, one named Chuck and one named Hugo.
That's right.
That own a sawmill.
Well, especially Chuck. And watch out for Lisa Helen. That's right, Ye Gamer. One good thing came out of COVID. Everybody got bored and went home looking for farming sim videos to watch.
What are you doing?
Did not mean to do that.
I'm headed for my farm, guys. I got a follower or two. I need about 10 times what I've got. But man, I appreciate every single one of you who have been on this wild ride for the last year and a half.
Oh, can I make it through the bridge?
We're getting there.
You have to put it in transport position.
I can't.
Maybe you can, just barely.
Oops.
I got you.
Can you give me a nudge? Thank you.
Oh, I get it. I've got a yeah. Never mind.
Okay, so I guess now I can head over towards Harv's farm.
While I'm here, I need to. I don't think I ever checked this. Yeah, I guess I did. There's nothing in there. Oh well.
You have quite a few bales, Caveman.
Oh, I know.
We've got enough bales. We might be getting a little bit laggy.
Probably. We have probably almost over 200 bales on this map, probably.
Probably.
Because I have 100. So.
Hey, I play. It's all good. We're here for another 30 minutes or so. I don't even know what time it is.
9/11.
Don't ask too many questions about where Ed gets the yeah. We don't ask Ed where he gets the equipment from. All I know is.
Harv,
Yes.
if you switch off, let me start baling. You can grab the plow and.
This thing will not collect on my field.
Probably a different row.
You think we're too close to the edge or something?
Oh, could
Oh wait,
be.
there it just started. It just started working.
So
Too
it's
close to the edge. Alright. Tell you what. I'll go get my windrower real quick.
Yep, it's too close to the edge. That's all it was.
Now that we know the problem, I'll go get my windrower. We'll fix that.
Well, as long as I don't get too far to the left, I can pick it up.
Are you getting all of it?
So far. I think I gotta stay right on this line, though, or otherwise I'm gonna be hosed.
Okay, so I don't need the windrowers. I can come back then.
Yeah, all of a sudden the stream is starting to lag out pretty bad too, guys. I don't know what's going on.
The rain? Or maybe all the straw on the ground.
No, I mean the stream
Ah.
proper. Like, I'm getting alerts now. Frame droppage issues again.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
When's the rain supposed to stop? That might make an issue different.
About an hour or two.
Beat up to get out of the hour.
The only cons, Steven, are that they come with a lot of hours on them, and they're usually kind of beat up, so you got to repair them first thing. But the prices are pretty darn good.
I got my tractor for a steal. $190 horsepower, I think it was. I think in the end I got it for like 100,000 with the front attachment and the upgrade engine.
iPlay broke the stream. She broke the stream. No, it's not your fault, dear. Nobody's
It's not
fault.
me this time.
I don't know. She asked if she had jinxed it, so.
Not me.
See, it doesn't like picking up right here. Oh, I'm full, idiot. Harv. It doesn't like
That would
picking up
kill
right here
you.
either. Yeah, when it's a full baler, it's not going to pick anything up, genius.
That's why we need a square baler.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never have to stop with a square baler.
Nope. How much is the square trailer?
I can't imagine it's
70,000.
too much more than the round. It's double the round trailer.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
What?
You can get one for 37,000, but it can only hold 3 bales.
Well, yeah, because that's helpful.
The bales might be a lot bigger though. I don't know how big or how much a 240 or 280 centimeter bale is.
240.
240.
And we'd be using it for straw. So.
They were using the fast wrap baler, aren't we?
No,
No.
you're thinking of the Vicon Fast Bale, which I've never had success with that baler. I've never got it to work properly for me. I mean, it's so incredibly slow. It always runs like 4 miles an hour or 5 miles an hour.
It always runs slow.
Well, we got off my line and stopped picking up.
Are you full?
No,
Oh,
this
okay.
is that edge that it
Yeah,
only
yeah.
sort of likes to pick up, but not completely. I'm making a right mess out of this. God, we're going to be bailing for hours.
Uh-huh.
We're billing for a really good, decent amount of time.
Maybe I should go and sell my silage and buy one.
Buy what, a square baler?
What's the silage price right now? Because you can't just buy a square baler. You've got to have the square bale trailer also.
Trailer, yeah. I don't have enough money for the trailer.
Yep, I'm making a bloody mess out of this.
I don't think this is gonna work, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
What to say, the plow does anything?
Plow?
Well, I know we've got to prep the fields for you know, field work or for
Planting.
Mhm.
planting. I'm gonna see if my tractor will pull this thing.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, it actually will.
Pull what?
Remember how when we first got the 9M, not the 9M, the 6M, my tractor wouldn't pull it.
Yeah.
It kind of just spun.
Yeah.
I'm pulling it at 10 miles an hour with my tractor right now.
I hope you're not pulling it down my field.
I was. Why?
Mulching?
Oh, forgot about that. Forgot about that.
Gots to mulch first.
Well, at least I didn't get a. At least I didn't make a full pass on the field.
Industrial sabotage.
Mhm.
That's the case. And maybe it'll actually run the mulcher this time.
Well, it ought to.
It should.
Gosh darn it. It seemed like the straw swaths on your field were much, much cleaner than the ones that are on my field. I'm having a lot harder time keeping in line. And you're going to run a heck of a lot faster with that mulcher than I can run with this baler. I'm not worried.
I guess the trick is just to. Are you worried about that spot that's up here on the edge?
Nope. I'm not going to fight with that straw all bloody day long. Hoping I can get it.
Okay.
I'll get what I can.
What happens when you give caveman a plow? He just starts plowing.
That's all he thinks about. Plow, plow. I've got to plow. I've got to plow. Let me plow. I want to plow right now. It's only 2%, Harv. Let me plow. Oh, wait. 3% for mulching.
Well, hey, at least somebody said something before I did like half the field.
Yup. Well, that's why I kept asking. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Because you wouldn't
click.
tell me what it was, and I'm like, you better not be plowing my field. It's all good. Caveman's not allowed to make new fields. Yeah, if you ever watched our Yukon series, that's where Caveman got the plowing reputation on Yukon.
You don't just give me a plow and tell me to go make a field.
Nope.
No, don't ever do that.
Oh gosh, 3 a.m. Well, good night.
Yeah.
Death Sharp.
Death Shaper, good to have you with us, man. Have a great night. Get some good sleep. Have 40 winks on me. At least 40. Maybe 45.
I don't have an issue pulling this trailer, so I don't know what you guys were having issues with this truck or this tractor in this trailer.
I think it's just we're not used to your tractor.
The transmission, yeah, that's fair.
I think it is. Honestly,
The transmission, I will say this, the transmission is slow. So.
And if you look at the tires at the right angle, it almost looks like you got tire slippage too.
Maybe. I have thought about putting on duals.
I'd try wides with weights, not duals.
Well, they are wide, but I don't think they're wide with weights. I guess the difference is, and the reason why a square barreler would be a lot more, is a square barreler is a lot more complicated. They have belts and everything running. This just has a simple arm that picks it up and then throws it on.
Still got belts in it. But square balers also have a knot tire and all that fun stuff on them as well.
No, Chris, I don't think that would be the issue because they'd have to know harvs like IP and everything. So
And I apologize, Chris. I did miss that. I kind of doubt it because if they were doing, I mean, if they were doing it, they would be doing it to all the streams, right? And
yeah.
what good does that really do anybody? Because it's not going to stop people from watching videos.
No.
That's true.
I mean, haters will hate, so.
Yeah, haters gonna hate. We could have the perfect stream, you know, and you're gonna find somebody who will hit that thumbs down button. So yeah, there were people who didn't like some of the streams we were doing to help needy families.
That's true.
True.
That storm is really rumbling.
That's one of the cool things in FS22 now. It doesn't just rain; you actually get some storm sound effects like
Yeah, it
wind
sounds
and
really
thunder
good.
and everything.
I haven't seen lightning yet.
Hey Lee, how have you been? Good to see you back, man. Thanks for dropping in.
Hey, Lee.
Outstanding, Death Shaper. We'll look forward to you, man. Take care.
Yep, take care.
You probably don't even have to like follow me around, Charco, because I bet you can hear the beeping on this thing no matter where you're at. That's one of the weird things about multiplayer sometimes.
Yeah. But, meh. There's not much I can else. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting in the field doing nothing, so.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I also have cruise control set behind you, so. It looks like you're actually running the same speed as Caveman.
Help, I have runaway workers. Shows 4 active workers except I have none. Keeps charging wage payment. Oh, wow. Save your game and,
Oh,
and
dead.
restart. Yeah, you know, David, that's what you sign up for, man. And you know what? Not everybody's going to like everything. I mean, the most popular guys out there, you know, the really big channels, the ones that get thousands of views, well, that comes with a lot more dislikes, too. That's what you sign up for, man. If you're going to play this game, you got to be willing to take all aspects of it. I don't hold it against anybody, although I do wish I could get some feedback sometimes. What is it didn't you like? Maybe that's good information I could use to make my videos better in the future. But that's not the way it works.
Some of them are probably just liking it because they can.
Probably.
There's a multitude of reasons, and you know what? I'm not losing sleep over them.
Lee is saying it's on the dedicated server.
On the dedicated server? Dedicated server probably needs a restart.
Yeah.
Lee, as soon as we get the stream wrapped up today, we'll make sure to take care of that.
Yes.
Not much we can do when we're all tied up in stream, but we will get it taken care of.
Oh, you still have to bail out there. Okay.
Well, I forgot to stop, so it was as good a place as any.
No, no worries. I backed up because I expected you to drop it back in the field.
I'm not sure that's exactly true, Jonathan, but that's true. Interaction is interaction.
I was gonna say, we all know the YouTube did it because about 2 days after they did it, I believe like YouTube Rewind, or not YouTube Rewind, but one of YouTube's posted or something. You all know what happened on the YouTube Rewind, the last one.
No, what happened?
Oh, it had like for every like 1 like, had like 8 dislikes.
And why did this happen?
YouTube posts rewinds, and it was just so badly done. Because I think like half the people that like they were just like small channels were like supposedly done. It was just done wrong. It was so badly done. Cause even like the big YouTubers were portrayed it wrong and everything, and yeah.
Well, that explains why they decided to get rid of the dislike
And then
thing.
they removed the dislike, and a couple days after, they released their own video. I don't remember what it was, but you know, a lot of people were like, it's kind of suspicious. But because it's also apparently supposed to stop hate crime. But one of the issues is now if you try to look at a tutorial, you won't know if it's good tutorial or bad tutorial because you can't see the likes or dislikes. And you
Yep.
can still hit the dislike button because the content creator can still see the likes and dislikes. So it's not like it's hiding it from them.
Yep, that's true.
So
You
it's really
you
just-
can turn off the ability for people to like or dislike, though.
Yeah, but then if you go into tutorial and that's disabled, that there is kind of suspicious.
It just
Yeah, that's
depends. It
true.
depends on the purpose of the channel. I mean, some people aren't concerned about likes or dislikes. I'll tell you, I don't pay as much attention to them as I did when I first started.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying but like let's say you were looking for like how to do wiring, and you see a ad has like for every or every like 10 views has 2 dislikes. You're probably not good. That's probably not very good. Compared to one
I
that has
know
a lot
enough
of
about
likes.
YouTube now that I don't. If I'm looking for a video, I'll make my own decision. I'm not going to let some trigger happy fool who just hit the dislike button for whatever lame reason convince me otherwise.
No, a lot of people go off that. If there's huge amounts of dislikes, there's obviously a reason.
Oh, I understand that.
So,
I'm just saying.
like, yeah, the reasoning behind it is a good reason. I just don't think removing it was the right
Right.
idea. But
Chris, what are you streaming, man? Personally, I found that interacting with your viewers is the biggest thing. I hope that's what it is. I didn't start streaming to be a streamer per se. I'm a video creator, to be honest with you. Now, you don't find a lot of the bells and whistles on my streams that you do on a lot of others, like these goofy games and chat games and stuff. And, you know, to be honest, I've never heard anybody ask me for them. Nobody's ever said, hey, why don't you get this police chase game thing that people do, or, you know, it's...
Cards Against Humanity or something like that.
Well, no, I mean, there's actual things that your bots will manage while you're playing, and
Oh yeah,
people can spend points, and they can time people out, which I find incredibly annoying and lame.
Yeah.
Like, why would I want somebody timed out when they're an active member of my stream? That's just ridiculous, in my opinion. Again, it's my opinion. If that's, you know, you enjoy that sort of thing, be my guest. I'm not here to judge what you enjoy. I'm just saying, from my own personal perspective, I don't see the fun in that, but that's hard for you. He's a crotchety old man. Stay off my
One thing I-
lawn.
One of the things I'd actually love to do is those I definitely don't have enough subscribers, but like one of those things where like people can pay and they'll like make it harder or something. So like if you're playing one of those games, they'll spawn more mobs or something, or remove money from you, or things like that.
Oh, that could be
Oh.
interesting.
I watched one of those with the guy was playing Minecraft.
Yeah.
Every time somebody donated like $25, it would spawn like 3 or 4 charged creepers.
Yeah. There's apparently like a website that can set that up for you and all that, but like I always thought that'd be really like fun to do. But you
Yeah,
also
and
have to be you have to be very big for that though.
Yeah, and it also only works with certain games.
I was going to say,
Oh, yeah.
if they took money away from us in Farm Sim, which is really the only penalty you can give, we don't have enough money to make that,
Well, no, but
viable.
they can also like choose. They can also give you money. Like they can give you a tractor. There could be a thing that you have to sell all your tractors, or things like that.
Yeah, but if you took all my tractors in Farm Sim, what am I going to do?
Well, it better hope
I'm-
someone comes and buys you a bunch of tractors.
Well, there you go.
Like you can set it up so that they can make it easier, they can make it harder.
Yeah, like
There's
make
all
it
different
harder,
kinds of things
yeah.
they can do.
So they can
Like,
almost
give-
like splinter into positive and negative factions. Like this is the faction
Basically.
who's going to build up your farm, and this is the faction that's going to
Yep.
I thought you were going to go
really,
straight.
really,
but that-
really, Sharko. You don't have to follow me everywhere I go. Just hang out for a second. I'm going to be kind of driving in circles almost here.
I'll go park over here.
You'll be fine. It's fine. I'm just letting you know I'm going to clean up this little spot as much as I can before I
Yeah.
move on to something bigger.
Yeah, like so you also have people that would be like add money or like change the season maybe. So they change what season it is or something like that.
Advance a month at a time.
Yeah, like
Change the time scale or something.
You're in the middle
Yeah.
of a harvest, and they're like, you have to move to the next month, and so
Oh,
the rest of your crop withers.
yeah. That'd be
It-
like that'd be an interesting stream.
It would.
I don't know how it would go, but it'd be interesting.
It would be interesting.
So like they could also like I don't know like I'm trying to think of what they could do. Change the status of your tractor units. They could either repair it or destroy it, make it empty of gas or fill it.
Ready Player One farming.
That would be hilarious if they could just empty your tractor's fuel.
All right, Ye Gamer, take care. I'm sorry, I've been we got off on this tangent, and I've been missing. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Take care, Ye Gamer. I hope I didn't miss you your exit. We'll see you soon, man. I like your stream. Yeah, David likes it the way it is. Please don't add any of that crap. See, that's kind of how I feel about it, David. That's kind of how I feel about it. Live on patrol, we have bingo cards. Yeah, that's kind of stuff I'm talking about. I don't get all of that. I don't really kind of understand. Be my guest, Chris. I actually missed. People look at my stream and never comment. Well, I got that right. Yahoo removed comments a while ago because of toxic and hate. You know, that was the thing. The scariest thing I ever did was post my first Farm Sim YouTube video. Way back, first episode of Pacific Northwest. I'll tell you what, I was so nervous because, you know, the internet can be a very hateful place.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you how positive the experience has been. Like, the Farm Sim community, the people who are looking for Farm Sim videos, they're either supportive or they don't say anything. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So, good God, we are going to have so much freaking... I mean, we're not even done with 2 fields yet, and the biggest field is yet to come.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I still have. I mean, yeah, when I posted my first video, that was terrifying. I still hate posting videos, though. But that's also because I have stage fright.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Utter Butter says somebody could pay so that your field gets plowed before it gets mulched.
Yep.
Adding to the little game thing we were talking about earlier. That would be
That
kind of
was-
funny.
That's totally what just happened. That's totally what happened.
No, see, Chris is saying you need to make a mod caveman called FarmStream Connect, where you could just automatically have this little game functioning for people.
Oh gosh.
We do have spots, Chris, in the Discord where you can share your YouTube or Twitch. I don't mind if you want to post it here once. That's fine by me.
I don't think it'll let him. I don't think anybody but admins and you have permission to post links in chat.
I think you might be right. Well, we tried. Sorry, Chris.
And that's a YouTube thing, not a us thing.
Well, it keeps all of those girls that come in and want to post their porn links, or the supposed girls that we've been getting lately.
Yep.
Stopped using that 20 years ago. I remember the what were those called? They were message boards, like the original
I'll be right
ones,
back,
but
guys.
they were called newsrooms or something. Way back in the day. Drive backwards everywhere. That would be really hard to harvest if you had to drive backwards everywhere. That's a good one, though. Oh, there you go. That works, Chris. So if anybody wants to check out Twitch's or Chris's stream on Twitch, there's a link right there. Oh, where are we at? Actually, we did have that little bit of a hiccup and everything cleaned back up again, so... And we're actually over the 2-hour mark. You know, it's kind of weird. Are you still there, Caveman?
Yeah, I'm still here.
We had some kind of a reset happen. Because Streamlabs is telling me we've only been streaming for an hour and 19 minutes. But it's been over 2 hours.
That is weird.
But it never even flinched. Like, it's almost like it must have disconnected and reconnected instantaneously or something. I don't know.
And that would have put right there around the time we were having the issues with, what you call it? The slight frame drop, or the massive frame drop.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It was about that time.
Oh, invert the controls for 2 minutes, I play? I couldn't even do it. Turning left to go right and right to go left. Oh my god.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to help my parents out or something.
You good?
Do these bales literally just come out right beside each other?
I know where you got your plowing skills from, Kevin. Absolutely. Yeah, they just happened to come out together. Oh yeah, Chris. Good times. I can remember trying to download pictures from those things, like, and they were only like 50 kilobyte JPEGs, and it would take 15 minutes. That's how slow the connections were back then. Well, we've got, man, and it's getting late. We have already got almost 2 fields baled here. Sort of, ish, kinda. And we've got 1 big frickin' field left to go. The never-ending bale. Note to self, never plant 2 straw crops at the same time, let alone 3. Unless we get one big honking square baler.
Yeah, we need to get that big square baler. We'll be good.
All the square balers are the same size. Weird. But...
Then you got the baby baler.
Okay, yeah, you have a baby baler, but
Hiccup.
that's a different. I don't count the baby baler as a baler. It's a small bale. The ones are square balers. One's a small square baler. And harvest.
I was trying to come back to get this last little bit of straw.
Just see you just keep pushing that bale backwards. Like, no, you're getting out of here.
Well, guys, it's been a great stream. We've had some fantastic conversation this time around. All of you have been outstanding, absolutely outstanding. Well, we're just going to be bailing here for another little bit. And I think that's going to do it. Sharko, Caveman, any parting thoughts or words?
Until Sunday.
See you Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday. We'll be back on Harv's World. With that said, as always, we very much appreciate you coming along for the ride. And until next time, y'all take care.